everyone. In this session, we are going to be talk about the improper platform uses vulnerability. Okay, so let's understand first what this vulnerability is. So basically, the improper platform uses vulnerability refers to the vulnerability that is derived from the improper uses of the platform in used by an applications, right? So basically, in other words, if we say this category cover the misuse of the platform features or the failure to use a certain security control uh, of your platform, right? So ये जो probably ये misuse scenario है could include the misuse of the touch ID, or we can say intents, or the keychains, or there are some other security control also, right? So ये vulnerability देखने में तो लग रहा है simple से, but again when it comes to the wrong hands, मतलब ये adversary या attacker के hand में आता है, तो obviously ये attack bigger scale पे हो सकता है. सो इस vulnerability को चेक करने के लिए what we will do in the Android based application, we will look into the Android manifest file, right? So that Android manifest file contain the well of information about the platform configurations, right? So उसमें मेंशन किया रहता है कि कैसे एप्लीकेशन बिहेव करेगी, किस तरीके की वहाँ पे परमिशंस रहेंगी. सो ऑल द थिंग्स आर प्रेजेंट इन दोज इन द एंड्रॉयड मैनिफेस्ट फाइल, राइट? सो हमें क्या करना है, जो सिक्योरिटी मीन्स कॉन्फ़िगरेशंस है. सो नाउ वी हैव टू लुक इनटू द एंड्रॉयड मैनिफेस्ट फाइल, राइट? सो इन द लास्ट सेशन कैसे मैनुअली रिवर्स करके एंड्रॉयड मैनिफेस्ट फाइल में सिक्योरिटी मिस कॉन्फ़िगरेशंस देखनी है, वो हमने लास्ट सेशन में बहुत अच्छे से कवर कर लिया है. कौन कौन से पैरामीटर हमें ध्यान में देने हैं. नाउ इस सेशन में हम जो यूटिलिटी यूज कर रहे हैं विच इज़ ए डिफरेंट यूटिलिटी, एंड हम जो आज जो एनालाइज करेंगे दैट इज अगेन द मैनुअल वन, बट वो एक यूटिलिटी की हेल्प से करेंगे. एंड वो यूटिलिटी कौन सी है, विच इज़ द ड्रोजर. ओके, सो बेसिकली ये जो ड्रोजर है इज एन एंड्रॉयड एप्लीकेशन सिक्योरिटी टेस्टिंग फ्रेमवर्क है विच इज अगेन developed by the F secure labs, and obviously this make easy for the pen tester to check the vulnerabilities in the various elements of the applications जो हमने initial sessions में देखे थे. And then again this Drozer is a comprehensive security audit and attack framework for the Android. And इसमें क्या क्या features हैं, we can do the static analysis, we can just do the runtime manipulations, even though we can gather the information, we can enumerate all the packages, right? So in this session we are going to be look into the security configurations with the help of only the Drozer tool. So the thing is that how we can install that. So to install the Drozer, I had already installed it. uh, Let me show you, and I will show you even though how we can install. So for that, first let me start this, and then let me also start to configure it on the different environment. Okay, so first let's check the IP address and we will connect advance, and we will check the IP. And now I'm opening the terminal, and right, so I will connect ADB, and here I'm mentioning the IP address which is 136 of your, and I have to add the, so now this is connected. And to check the Drozer, so I have to start it. So first I will start the session. So for that The command is adb forward, and I have to start the Drozer here also. So this is the Drozer agent application which we have to be uh, install here. So I will connect. So the port number is mentioned 31415 TCP 31415. So now this is connected. So if I wants to be access the console, so I will type here Drozer console connect. So my Drozer console is connected, right? But how I install this, I will show you now. So I had set up another uh, Parrot OS. Okay, so what the things we require here? So very first thing, I had mentioned into the PPT's very first thing, we have to download the Drozer and the Drozer agent on your machine, and then again the prerequisitions are Python 2.7 and other utility also, which will be installed when you will install this, right? Okay, so the next thing we have to download this uh, get pip 2.7, so which is required for this. Okay, so one by one we will follow the steps. So first we will go to the browser and we will install the download the Drozer first. Okay, I will write there Drozer download. Okay, so this is the F Secure Labs. So हम इस वेबसाइट में जाएंगे and you will get everything. So the details is given like this is the comprehensive security and attack framework for the Androids. So all the things are mentioned here. So what the things we require? So I will download this Drozer from the Python of this utility. Okay, so other than that, as I said, हम यहाँ से download करना है Drozer agent. सो हम एजेंट एप्लीकेशन भी यहाँ पे क्या कर लेंगे, डाउनलोड कर लेंगे. तो मैंने python.whl का फाइल लिया है, आप चाहे तो डेप फाइल भी ले ले सकते हैं या फिर आप आरपीएम ले सकते हैं अगर रेडिट यूज कर रहे हैं. और विंडोज में करना है तो देयर इज एमएसआई फाइल इज गिवन, राइट. सो अभी मेरा यहाँ पे हो गया है डाउनलोड. नाउ व्हाट नेक्स्ट आई हैव टू डू, आई हैव टू गो टू द डाउनलोड्स. Okay, so here what I have to do first, I have to be sudo bash because I have to install many things. So here first thing, I will install python. Okay, python 2.7 which is required for this. Yes, and the next thing we require here is this. So आप पिप वेबसाइट से ये लिंक ले लेंगे, ले सकते हैं. सो आई हैव ऑलरेडी कॉपीड इट. सो हम इसे डाउनलोड कर लेंगे. Even though if you wants to download from the GitHub, so Drozer का GitHub पे भी दिया है. So you can just write here Drozer GitHub. तो आप GitHub से भी डाउनलोड कर सकते हैं. You will get all the releases over there. See, this is the GitHub path. See यहाँ पे everything is mentioned here. What are the prerequisitions, which is a Python 2.7, Proto, BUF 2.6 or the greater, PY Open SSL, the twisted one, the JDK which is a 1.7, and ADB is required, right? So steps are given even though. So यहाँ से आप same steps को follow करके आप डाउनलोड कर सकते हैं. इवन दो यहाँ पे रिलीजेस भी दिए हुए हैं, सो आप इन रिलीजेस के थ्रू भी वो जो सेम फाइल्स वहाँ पे थी, सेम फाइल आप यहाँ पे डाउनलोड कर सकते हैं. नाउ आई एम डाउनलोडिंग दिस 2. 7, and after that we have to run this command to get that, and if it's not working, so you have to go to the directory of the python and then you have to run that command, right? बस बट अगर आपने किसी भी लोकेशन से रन किया तो आई गेस इट विल वर्क. Okay, so now we have to install now. So we will install with the pip 2.7 and install, right? And after that you have to write the Drozer. Okay, so 2.4.4. So this way it will install the Drozer. So it's automatically installing the uh, so now we'll see it's installed or not. Okay, so it's required one more dependency here, which is the twister. Install twister. So now we are going to install the twister. Okay, so now let's try with the Drozer console. So it's installed now, right? So this way you can just download the Drozer and you can install the Drozer. Okay, so after that what we have to do, we have to connect the ADB and we have to install that agent Drozer agent APK into the Android emulator, right? So this was the process to we can say to install the Drozer in this Android emulator, right? So जैसे ही आपका ये स्टार्ट होगा तो ये ऑफ रहेगा, सो आपको यहाँ पे इस बटन पे क्लिक करके आपको इसको ऑन करना पड़ेगा, right? And as I said, like the commands to connect, so very first thing आपको adb forward ये सेशन स्टार्ट करने के लिए ये कमांड लगाना पड़ेगा adb forward tcp 31415 एंड अगेन tcp 31415, राइट? सो इवन ये पोर्ट याद रखने की जरूरत नहीं, यहाँ पे दिया रहता है सेम पोर्ट यू हैव टू यूज एंड एंटर. सो आपका ये सेशन स्टार्ट हो जाएगा एंड टू कनेक्ट विद द कंसोल, सो आप यहाँ पे लिखेंगे Drozer and then console, and after that you have to write here connect, right? Sorry, connect. So you will get the console here, right? Now the next thing, which application we are using to test, right? So here we are using the diva application जो हम पहले भी यूज कर रहे थे, वही हम vulnerable application यहाँ पे यूज करेंगे. Now let's understand the Drozer and how we test with the help of the Drozer, right? So साथ साथ में इसकी कमांड्स भी देखनी है और कैसे हम एप्लीकेशन में किस तरीके से मिसकॉन्फ़िगरेशंस देखते हैं वो भी देखना है, ठीक है? सो नाउ द नेक्स्ट थिंग विल बी कि लिस्ट ऑफ मॉड्यूल्स कैसे देखने हैं. सो टू लिस्ट ऑफ मॉड्यूल देखने के लिए हम यहाँ पे ls डालेंगे तो आपको लिस्ट ऑफ मॉड्यूल्स सारे के सारे यहाँ पे दिख जाएंगे. सो मीनवाइल मैं मैक्सिमाइज कर लेती हूँ सो दैट प्रॉपरली दिखे, ठीक है? सो ये लिस्ट ऑफ मॉड्यूल्स है, जैसे कि यहाँ पे दिए हैं लाइक ऐप एक्टिविटी के लिए हैं, देन वी आर हैविंग ए ऐप ब्रॉडकास्ट के लिए हैं, देन पैकेजेस के हैं, उसके बाद इवन दो ये प्रोवाइडर के लिए हैं. सो फॉर एवरी component, if you see here, for the every component we having some modules here. So basically it contain many modules. For the activity we having a different module here, for the broadcast we are having a different. So for test the each element we are having a different modules in the Drozer, and as well as if you will configure it further, so you will get the exploit as well. So their packages related, so service के related हैं, see the exploits are there. So auxiliary web content, then information gatherings related, like how we get the verbose related information, how we get the even the scanners are given, so we can use the scanners. So see for the injection, SQL injection, so this way we can just test the content provider for the SQL injections. And other than that there are many other kind of exploitation modules are present in the Drozer, right? So this was the first thing. So now इवन दो आप स्पेसिफिक अगर किसी व्हाट वी से इस मॉड्यूल के रिलेटेड कमांड चेक करना चाहते हैं तो आप वो भी कर सकते हैं, ठीक है? फॉर एग्जांपल सर्विसेज, सो स्पेसिफिक आपको चाहिए तो आप सर्विस, सो आप स्पेसिफिक रिलेटेड भी सर्च कर सकते हैं. Now the next thing, let's just suppose मुझे list of packages देखने हैं. So how I will do that? So app dot packages, so I'm using the tab key to complete the command, जैसे Linux में करते हैं वैसे ही. तो list डालूंगी, it will show me the list of packages which is present over there, right? So ये तो हो गया all packages के लिए. Just suppose आपको specific package देखना है and you know the package name, so आप क्या करेंगे, हाइफन लगा लेंगे. एंड अगर आपको पता है तो आप स्पेसिफिक पैकेज भी यहाँ पे सर्च कर सकते हैं. सो एज वी आर यूजिंग द डीवा, तो एक और चीज़ आपके सिस्टम में डीवा इंस्टॉल्ड होना चाहिए जिसको आपको टेस्ट करें. सो मीन्स आपके एंड्रॉयड इमूलेटर पे आपको फर्स्ट डीवा को इंस्टॉल करना है. सो आई एम यूजिंग दिस वन, राइट? सो नाउ ये तो हो गया हमारा कि किस तरीके से हमने पैकेजेस का इंफॉर्मेशन लिया. नाउ आगे हमें क्या करना है, नाउ वी विल ट्राई टू बी गेट द इंफॉर्मेशन ऑफ द पैकेजेस, लाइक व्हाट इज द प्रोसेस नेम, व्हाट इज द यूजर आईडी, व्हाट इज द ग्रुप आईडी, उसकी परमिशंस क्या है. उसके लिए अभी हम फर्दर्स कमांड यहाँ पे ट्राई करेंगे. वो क्या कमांड हम ट्राई करेंगे, 1 सेकेंड. Okay, for that we will run, sorry, we will type here run app dot package dot info, and here we have to use the flag hyphen a, and you have to give this package name, and I will copy it and then I will paste here, right? So to paste here, you can use a control shift V, and either you can do the right click. So you can see the information which is related to the packages, like you can see the package name which is a zakher.asif.deva, and the application level which you can see on your application. This is the process name, this is the version they had given, this is the data directory, this is the APK path, right? So this is the UID which is assigned to this, and the GID, and the set of permissions that you can see here, right? So there are some write external storage, read external storage, and the internet. अभी जब हमने लास्ट सेशन में मैनिफेस्ट फाइल को एनालिस किया था, उस केस में हमें देखना पड़ा था कहाँ पे है, लेकिन इस केस में आपको तो सिंपली मिल गया. नो नीड टू बी जस्ट लुक इनटू. इवन दो आई विल शो यू द वन मोर थिंग, आप डायरेक्टली इसकी मैनिफेस्ट फाइल भी देख सकते हैं यहाँ पे. उसका क्या मेथड है, आपको लिखना है रन, एंड यहाँ पे आपको एक पैकेज मिल जाएगा ऐप पैकेज डॉट मैनिफेस्ट. एक अलग से ही मैनिफेस्ट पैकेज है जहाँ पे आप इसमें से जो इसकी मैनिफेस्ट फाइल है वो यहाँ पे देख सकते हैं. एंड सी दीज आर द परमिशन विच इज फेच्ड बाय द ड्रोजर टूल, राइट? ये सब चीज़ें आपको वहाँ पे दिखी थी. ठीक है, ये तो हो गया कि किस तरीके से आपको मैनिफेस्ट फाइल को यहाँ पे अगर इंस्पेक्ट करना है या उसमें से सिक्योरिटी मिसकॉन्फ़िगरेशंस ढूंढनी है तो वो यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हैं. Now, the next thing that we can do now with the help of the Drozer, we can just identify the attack surface of an application, right? उसमें हम with the help of the interprocess communication point of view, we can find the attack surface. Attack surface को find करने के लिए we having a different module. Which is the run app dot package and the अटैक सरफेस, राइट? यहाँ पे आपको सिंपली पेस्ट कर देना है जो आपका पैकेज नेम है. ये हमें बताएगा अटैक सरफेस. इन दिस केस यू कैन सी हियर कि देयर आर 3 एक्टिविटीज विच आर एक्सपोर्टेड, right? And there is a one content provider which is exported. We have to look into these two things and it is debuggable, right? ये 3 चीजें जो आपको यहाँ पे क्लियरली मिल जाती हैं. नाउ सबसे पहले हम फोकस करते हैं एक्टिविटी पे, देन वी विल फोकस ऑन द कंटेंट प्रोवाइडर, राइट? अभी एक्टिविटी में देखने के लिए हमें क्या करना पड़ेगा, वी हैव टू नाउ सी व्हाट आर द 3 एक्टिविटी विच आर एक्सपोर्टेड हियर. वी हैव टू बी रन द डिफरेंट मॉड्यूल फॉर दिस. रन ऐप डॉट एक्टिविटी है तो हमें एक्टिविटी info, and we have to mention here the package name, right? Which are the 3 activity which are exported, which is a zakher.asim diva main activity is exported, then API, then API create 2. These 3 are the exported one. Now if we wants to exploit, now we are moving ahead, now we will try to be exploit the one of the exported activity, right? We will focus on here. right? So to uh, exploit this, we will run another, we can say, the exploit for this. So what we will do here, we will type here run app dot activity, and there is a one more module which is a start, and here we have to use one more option which is a, okay, so the component. Okay, so the component, and then you have to give the package name, and then you have to be mention simply the activity, exported activity that you want to be exploit. So I will paste here and enter. Now you will see the effect, you will see directly on the emulator which is running the vulnerable application diva. So here you can see the activity is invoked with the sensitive information, so this is a vulnerability here, right? So this way we can just find the exported activity, and after that we can just get into it, and we can just try to be exploit that particular exported activity with the help of the Drozer. So ये तो हो गया हमारा, हमने activity जो export किया. Now we can even though look into the content provider. So now we will try to be exploit this, right? So to exploit the content provider, what we have to do, we have to type here run. So it's a provider, so we have to be run the different module which is a, okay, the provider and info. So we will type here info, and here with a flag and paste the name. So here the provider which is here, which is a Zakhar Asim Diva and the notes provider. So this is the content provider that we can exploit here, right? So now what we will do now, we will try to be fetch the data from this content provider. So for that what we have to do, we have to use a different module which is a scanner. So we will use a scanner module now. Okay, so we will run, there is a scanner dot, we are using the provider, and we have to find the URIs for that. So we will find here with the help of the scanner what are the URIs are here. So what this tool will do, utility will do, or this module will do, this will find the accessible content URIs. So these are the two content URI which it get from the application. So now we will query from these two URI, and we will try to find what we get from this, right? So for that we will check with the one of the URI, this, and we will try. So for that we have to try with the run app dot provider dot query, and then, okay, so what we have to do, we have to copy and we have to paste here, and after that we have to press enter. Now you can see the content of that is present into that content provider, right? So this is the content is there. So these are the nodes which are present there. Now even though we can just get into the app and we can just scan through the browser with for the SQLi, even though which I shown into the starting with the help, right? So we can do that. So for that run, we can use the scanner dot provider. So even though we can run with the injection. So after that we have to give the package name. So this is the package name, and we will paste here. So you can see it is checking. So it's saying it's not a vulnerable, then injection in the projection. So these two are vulnerable. Even though in the selection also these two are vulnerable. So we will try to be get into this, and we will try to be find the issues, and we will try to be find out the tables which are present in the above, right? So for that we will try to be query, right? So I'm using the query module which is a provider and query, and after that I'm pasting that content URI, copy and paste, and after that I'm using here projection one, projection, projection, and after that I'm giving Okay, so we will see here like we get some error like unrecognized token from nodes order by title code 1 while compiling select star from nodes. So we get that there is a one table which is in nodes, so we will try to be find something. So select star and from SQLite underscore master, which is the default one, where type equal to table. What we require is the table and semicolon and minus double quote. So it is going to show us the table names. So you can see the table name which is present here is the Android metadata. This is the SQLite and this is the notes. Right, so now we will target on the notes table what's inside this, right? So we will run here another module app dot provider dot query. So we will see what's the data it contain and we will paste that here, and then we will give the projection and then star from the table name which is in notes hyphen hyphen star. Okay. What's the issue that we get here? It's right, I guess. Want escapes around the questions. Okay, projection and then select star from notes. Okay, sorry, my bad. So this way we can just get the data from the database of the notes table, right? So this way we can just use a Drozer. So this was about the Drozer tool. So that we learned today. So basically with same way you can just try with the other applications, right? So this is all about this session where we learned about how this improper platform uses can be exploitable, right, with the help of the browser. And even though we can just try to find the security with the help of the manifest file manually, you can just find that, right? So that's it about this session.